Hello, hello, Eisenhower artists. So this is part 2 of the lesson Cactus Garden, and the elements of art that we focused on were shapes, geometric versus organic. Your task was to make geometric shapes in the pattern on the pot, and we looked at geometric shapes that were traditional to pottery from cultures in the southwest of the United States. Here's some examples of these pottery from Native American cultures. So you can see the geometric shapes. Now that you have the pattern drawn on your pot, you have the cactus garden drawn. We talked about different kinds of cactus. Saguaro, moon cactus, prickly pear cactus, and another type of plant is a succulent. That one doesn't have any spines. We talked about putting details on the cactus, the spines, and making different kinds of spines. Some spines were V shape, some spines were wiggle lines, some spines were asterisk or star shaped. So we have all those details drawn. Now we're going to focus on the color. All right, so for this project, I want you to try using a mixture of art supplies to add color to your cactus drawing garden. So I used markers and colored pencils and crayons to add color to my cactus garden. And then I'm going to show you a way to add this color and fill up the background. That really finishes the artwork and makes it look complete. All right, so let's look at some pictures of cacti. You're going to focus on the colors that you see in the cacti. Start adding color to your art. We're going to focus on the geometric pattern first. All right, and so use any combination of markers, crayons, or colored pencils. Now I'll show you ways to layer crayon. Okay, like for this shape here, I started with yellow crayon and then I added green on top. Now press hard when you're layering crayons so the two colors blend together. Okay, and then for the brown on this pattern, I used a colored pencil and made these shapes brown. Okay, with each step I want you to focus on pressing hard into the paper and getting a good coverage, good layer on the paper and cover up all the white. Okay, so that's colored pencil. And then I also used marker in this part, right here in this area. I used marker. And then for the space around the patterns, I used a crayon. This edge of the pot, I used a marker. So really try and mix up your color supply and see what you come up with. I'm using the edge, the thick edge of the marker to get this nice thick line. And then holding the marker straight to get the tip and go into all the edges and make sure I'm covering up all the white parts of the paper. Don't leave any white parts showing. Okay, and then I made this part down here, the thick edge of the marker. Turn your paper in all directions as you go so you can get into all the curves and spaces. All right, and then remember this part is the sand and the dirt of your cactus garden. So it will look nice if you put 2 different colors of brown here. So make the rocks a different color or a different shade of brown compared to the sandy part, the dirt part. So I'm gonna like change my pencil there. Yeah, see how that's a different shade of brown? Okay, so this is the dirt in the cactus garden. Try and keep your strokes all the same direction as you color. It makes the result look a lot nicer. So you can turn your page, but you're still going in the same direction, back and forth, side to side. Instead of up and down, squiggle, try keep it side to side. The other parts of the pot, like in this striped, I use crayon and colored pencil. So the brown, I used colored pencil, and I did all the brown shapes. I skipped a space, so brown, skip, and then brown, that's going to be my pattern. Skip that space, brown here, see that? This is the brown stripe, skip a space, and brown. And then the other color with the brown is violet red, and this is a crayon. I just think it's really fun to use markers, crayons, and colored pencils all together. So you use whatever combination you have at home. And try layering also, it's fun. Like this one was the green on top of the yellow. All right, and then this pattern down here, I used crayon and colored pencil also. This orange-red color was a crayon, and the brown was a colored pencil. And I got my idea for all these browns and oranges from the examples of the Southwest pottery. Lots of browns, dark browns, and oranges. Okay, so let's look at the cactus. There is a lot of purple in cactus. It appears that way in nature. There is a lot of purple shades in cactus and in these succulent plants. So I want you to try at least 2 shades on your cactus. See how this one has a yellow and a light green, and this is light green, dark green. This has a little purple stripe on it. This has some purple shading and green shading. So try 2 colors or 2 shades for each cactus. So for this one, I have this lime green marker, and that's going to be my edge. Okay, so think of an edge, could be one color. And I'm going to put this on the edge of all these parts of the cactus, these sections. And then I'm going to add yellow marker. All right, and then the next cactus, for the dark color, I'm using the green marker to make the edge. All these edges. The detail lines there, and this edge of the cactus. And up here, the edge, all these sections. And then I'm going to fill it in with crayon this time, with a light layer of crayon. Okay, so I'll be looking at your art for your grade to see if you're using a light color and a dark color, or 2 different colors like the purple and green, the yellow and green. See how I'm going only up and down on this, even when I get down here to the bottom, just go teeny little strokes up and down, up and down. All right, and then for this one, I wanted to try a purple stripe. So I did that with a marker here. This time I'm going to do it with a crayon, and I'm going to put purple layer first. I'm going to try something different this time. A purple layer on all the parts of this plant. It's a succulent. And then I'm going to go over it with green. And I'm just going to put the green like on half of each shape and leave purple showing on the other parts. So look at it as half of each shape is going to get the green. And that's it, and then just leave purple showing. Okay, and then the last cactus, I'm going to use purple and green also. This time, I'm going to do the bottom of each part purple with a light purple. So each part of the cactus, of the prickly pear, is going to have purple at the bottom of each shape of the plant. And then it's going to blend into green. So where that purple ends, the green is going to start and be the rest of the shape. But I do need to go on top of that purple a little bit to blend it together. Okay, now I'm going to show you this background technique for the top half and the bottom half. The bottom half is, it could be sitting on the ground or it could be on a table. So I want you to grab any color you want really for these parts. The top half could be sunset colors, it could be blue colors, and the bottom half can be any shades, also any colors that you like down here for the ground or for the table. You're going to peel, now this is crayon only, you're going to peel part of the crayon, not the whole thing, because you just want this little part showing to get into little spaces. If you peeled the whole crayon, then all of this space would be on your paper and you might not be able to get into those little spaces as easily. Alright, so just peel half of it, about half, and then you're going to lay it down flat and you're just going to start rubbing back and forth. Pinch the crayon and rub it back and forth and go right off the page. And you can go really fast with this. Go right up to the edge. Now with the pot, give it a little bit darker right here at the bottom, like a little shadow where the pot is sitting. So you're going to press harder and give it a couple extra layers right there at the bottom where it's sitting. Alright, so then finish this other bottom half right off the edge of the paper. And then I'm going to add two colors. I'm going to add some yellow. So I'm peeling yellow. I want to add some yellow on top. Trying two colors down here at the bottom. That's pretty cool. Just add two colors here. Layering yellow on top of the brown. That looks really nice, I think. Yeah, see, that just has brown. This one has brown and yellow. The top half, I like the blue idea, so I'm going to do that again. I peeled part of this blue, and I'm just going to go around, pinching the crayon with that little part, and go right around all the parts. You can go swirls too. You can go in all directions with this step. Maybe you like the swirly look better. I think I'm liking the side to side. Go right off the page. You can go right, don't forget to go in between all those spaces. See that? Now I can just go right in between all those spaces, right in between there. Look at that, it gets right in between all the spaces. Now I want to add a second color to the background also. I think that looks really cool. I'm going to add purple. I'm going to go right on top of the blue, a little bit here and there. Give it some purple. All right. I'm excited to see what yours look like and what colors you are going to choose for the background, the top half, the sky, and the bottom half, the ground, or it might be sitting on a table. I hope you enjoy coloring like this. combining markers and crayons and colored pencils, and show me 2 shades in the cactus, and then peeling off the paper, laying it flat and rubbing it on your art. I can't wait to see what you've created. See you next time.